Red moon rising on the Cuyahoga River, rolling into Cleveland to the lake.
All right, so we're going to jump right to it. Cowboys, Lions, big controversy going on over this, some conspiracy stuff. As we got here, just pulling up, a Twitter account here, 2.9 million views on this. Here's the video announcement, because we're going to be going over this. It's not a conspiracy of them purposely fixing the game for Dallas, which some are saying. We're going to add to this, and I'm assuming this account, and which has a decent-sized following, didn't do what we're about to do. And no, I'm not picking at them like, oh, you didn't do this. But I wanted to take it a little bit further, and I know you did as well, to say, well, let's investigate this, because we talk about that we're kind of analytical minds. We always dig deep, and we try to pull, and be as real and be like, let's be fair. And it just so happens that we did an episode just last week regarding the Super Bowl. We put all that stuff together about the, Bucs Super Bowl and the rigging, and we had that audio clip of Dwight Smith and stuff. So here we are a week later, and we have this now happening. And you know me, all you're doing is just making me look into it further. And I'm not saying every game, I'm not saying the players, but you know what? If there's a narrative and they want certain things to go a certain way, a certain game to go a certain way, well, this one, based on what I'm looking at, is raising some eyebrows and making you think like, oh, there's something going on here. So anyways, if you don't know the latest and you're just tuning in, we're going to play this clip, and this is what 2.9 million people are probably just kind of saying, okay, but we went a little bit further, and that's where you're going to get probably a little bit extra, actually a lot extra, on this episode. And I would recommend this. Probably one of the times I'm like, I recommend sharing this one the most. I'm not the guy always pushing likes or anything, but I'm like, I just want it to be clear that there's more than, let's just say, if this video is all you saw or whatever, we got more.
Yeah.
Detroit Lions, you aware? Scott Van Pelt's, that's his name, right? From the
ESPN analyst.
Where's he at? Hold on. Scott Van Pelt right here. Scott Van Pelt was very, frustrated if you didn't watch. I stayed and watched this after the game was over, and they brought in like the report, and he's just wanting to know, I don't get it. And everyone's like, well, maybe this, and we're all reaching for things to try to make sense. And then literally, within 5 hours after the game, next thing you know, there's a video here that is the Spanish version of what happened. So I'm going to play this, and then me and Ryan are going to go ahead and go into the details of what we discovered to help you guys see more of the truth, and you can make a decision for yourself on what you want to believe until anything further comes out, right? Because we are going to have we don't have the coaches' film yet.
No,
and that'll help us piece stuff together as far as when the flag was thrown and stuff like that.
We'll definitely get more angles and everything on that play.
We could to see if the ref did speak. We'll talk about that. So we're going to play this real quick here, so you guys can kind of listen to what happened here.
Va que haber terminado, pero le regalaron un tiempo fuera de Detroit, el pase incompleto.
Okay, I don't know if you heard that, and I'm going to give you a cleaner version of it, but that said number 70 was an eligible receiver, or is an eligible receiver, around the time that, he's clapping here. So try to listen for it one more time, and then we'll give you a clearer version, but I just want you to see the clip that's being shared to 2.1 million people, and there's something that needs to be added to this, so we want to bring more transparency on this topic here.
Va que haber terminado, pero le regalaron un tiempo fuera de Detroit, el pase incompleto.
So it happens before Jared obviously claps his hands, and we'll be getting into that right now. So, but the thing is, what we decided to do is like, okay, there's this Spanish version of this being broadcasted. I don't know if it's Deportes or whatnot, ESPN.
Yeah.
But we're like, well, then let's just do the basic thing to say, well, let's go look at the English version that we were watching, and why don't we hear it there, or is it there, right? So let's go ahead and go to that. So we actually have that content. So I have an English version here of the game, and we also have that Spanish version that you just saw a clip of. We got the full, clear audio of it on both games. Yep. And if you notice, what I've done here is you have the same exact film. This is obviously, I'm just a slight frame off, but as I hit play here, and I'm going to play through the Spanish one first. This one. We're going to play through the Spanish one. You're going to hear that same audio, and you're going to see it more clearly. But let's go ahead and do it. I just want you to see that it is the same film. It's the same film, so I'm going to hit play here for a little bit.
Y tienes dos grandes opciones. La Porta, el tight end, que ha sido clave. O St. Brown, que fue el de la anotación.
I'll stop there just so you can see. So we're going to go through. It's going to go into Dak, and then we're going to go and stop here at Jared Goff. So let's go to the English version. So hit play.
Twice in Montgomery once when they've been successful.
All the same.
Penei Sewell was phenomenal on that drive, handling Parsons.
Okay, so we'll stop there at Jared Goff's helmet. So you see it's the same. The difference is you got Joe Buck and Troy Aikman on the English version, and I don't know who's on the Spanish one, but you have two different. That's the difference.
Right.
So you were watching the same game that's being televised. Everything's the same. The audio in the background is going to be the same. You're just going to have different commentators.
Yep.
Right. So let's just keep going here. Let's go back to the Spanish version.
Esta jugada es el partido. CeeDee Lamb.
And we can stop there. After CeeDee Lamb, you're going to get this huddle, right? So remember, this little clip here, is going to be getting you to that huddle. I'm going to mute it right here, but I'm going to show you because you guys know where that audio kicks in. This is a 7-second clip, so you can see where it's about to be kicking in here. So let's go ahead and bring this one up to there as well.
And with 23 seconds left in the game, this to go ahead.
Okay, so now we have, the Spanish version there, the English version. Let's go ahead and let the Spanish version play through, and then we'll let the English play through.
Se querrá
Number
arreglar
70
las calcetas, más
is an
bien no
eligible
quiere ver
receiver.
qué
Number
va a
70 is
pasar.
eligible.
So you heard it there in the Spanish one. If you didn't, I'll replay it. So let's go back.
Es el partido. CeeDee Lamb se querrá
Number
arreglar las
70
calcetas, más
is an
bien no quiere
eligible
ver
receiver.
qué
Number
va a
70 is
pasar.
eligible.
Intento de 2 puntos.
It's funny because you do notice that becomes more dominant
Right.
in this
that
clip.
audio comes in, and no reaction from the Lions either.
As they're saying it
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
And the whole stadium is saying it. But let's, before we get into this, because we're about to get into that discussion,
Okay.
let's pump the brakes, right? Let's go to the English version and see if we hear it.
Yeah.
Right? So here, same thing. Let's get it in play.
Everybody that had to make the play on this last possession did just.
Did you hear it?
Yeah.
It's not there.
Dude, I put headphones on, put my ear up to the speakers. I couldn't even hear a faint sound of it in the background.
Looking for it. Yeah, let's play it
3
again.
seconds left in the game. This to go ahead. Everybody that had to make the play on this last possession did just that. Starting with.
It's not there. It's not there. So then that's where the discussion continues. So we'll be playing that a couple more times so the audience can hear it. But you listen to it deeply and you're trying to putting your head up to the speaker, just looking for some sort of lower version of that to say, was it there?
Right. Just even a. Like you would have heard it in the background of the crowd noise and all that.
But if we go back to it, let's go back to it one more time here. All right, get ready to try to pay attention after this.
CeeDee Lamb se querrá
Number
arreglar las
70
calcetas, más
is an
bien no
eligible
quiere ver
receiver.
qué
Number
va a
70 is
pasar.
eligible.
You clearly hear that, and it sounds like it's being said through the whole stadium.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So if the whole stadium is hearing that, clearly that's what this is showing, then obviously the players would know. They would hear that, so no one caught it. The players didn't catch it. The coach didn't catch it. The fans didn't, no one's recorded
Gotta
this.
be someone recording. I mean, this is to win the game, 2-point conversion drives. There's a billion phones out right now, whatever, thousands of phones out.
Right.
Just recording this play to put on their social media if it goes through.
The big question is why isn't it on the English version and it's on the Spanish version? Why can't we hear that on the Spanish version, an English dominant voice from the ref, but on the Spanish version, but on the English version, you cannot hear the English version of that? I have obviously some questions, and I would think one right then and there. It's like, why isn't that? Why isn't that? Well, you can't go and correct that one and drop an audio clip in there. It sounds to me like an audio clip was dropped in there.
It definitely does. It gets louder. It actually almost takes over the announcers of the Spanish version.
Let's play it again.
That's how loud it is.
CeeDee Lamb se querrá arreglar las calcetas, más bien no quiere ver qué va a pasar.
No one reacted to that.
And we know that's not the ref because we have deep dived this.
Yes, that's not the ref.
He's not the one saying it.
No, that's
we don't have footage of when he does supposedly say that. And we're going to clear some things up because I know there's probably some footage out there to say, oh, it's clear he's saying it at this point. But keep in mind what we're doing here is that we know with this Spanish version that supposedly the audio clip was said at this moment, we know where the refs are standing and we know where they're at, likely. At least the one with the white hat, the main ref. So let's go ahead and I want to stop this so we can deep dive this a little bit here.
Es el partido. CeeDee Lamb se querrá arreglar las calcetas.
Right there. Number 70. We'll stop right there. So it started right there. He started to speak. And what you can do is you can see the huddle right now. You can see the huddle. So I want to clear one thing up right away, which is, well, we saw a video of them going over to the ref. Going over to the Dallas defense, the ref going over to the Dallas defense and speaking. That's when it was said. No, that's not when it's being
definitely
said,
not said
on the mic. Well, this is through the stadium that we're sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, this is the clip that is, hey, everything was just a mistake, and it was said throughout. And I don't think this clip is real.
Right.
The audio clip is not happening. Didn't happen at this time. That wasn't a real clip.
It was almost like the ref turned on his mic, like say there was a holding call or some type of penalty, and explaining it to, the crowd. He did it for that. But somehow that's only heard in the Spanish version.
Yeah. Yeah, you can hear the crowd on both versions. You can hear the music, and we can let's go back to the English version real quick here, and then I'll get into the breakdown of what I'm referring to, so I don't get too far out. But listen, as you listen to this video clip, listen as best as you can, and you'll hear, and there's different frequencies. You can obviously use studio monitor speakers, which are going to probably be even more if they pick up all the frequencies, but it doesn't matter. These are regular speakers. We got a Spanish version that has it in it, and we got an English version that doesn't.
In the game, this to go ahead.
Right,
you can hear
saying it.
Yeah, right here it should be saying it.
Yeah.
You can hear right now. You're going to hear. Just pay attention to background noise. Try to focus on background noise, not Troy speaking or anything.
Everybody that had to make the play on this last possession did.
What could I hear right there?
You could hear the.
I could hear that music. I could hear the hand clap.
Yeah, but not the ref.
But not the ref.
That voice only. It's in the Spanish version.
Only exists in the Spanish version. So I don't think people are aware of that. I want to make that a point that, hey, we need some transparency on this. There's obviously a lot of fans that support this. We support football. We love football. If there's games being steered, just tell us, and we'll just hope that our team is selected, and we'll just watch it still because we know we still love watching the sport. But just tell us you steer games at times, or, obviously, I guess keep denying it, but it's starting to get very weird at times, and more people are going to pay attention to these things, and it's going to be hard to, especially if people aren't aware,
Anyone that was actually at the game and does have footage, feel free to
please
post it. We would love for that. That would be great. Anyone that was able to record it on their phone or whatnot, please send it over to us because we would love to. Because you know what? If we're wrong, we don't mind being told, hey, no, here it is. That's fine.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. The other thing we wanted to point out is for this mistake to happen, Ryan and I went through the entire game of all of Lions' drives, and number 70 was only in on one freaking play. It was a running play in the first quarter. He wasn't in on the second. He wasn't in the third quarter. The fourth quarter, you're about to see the only other time he steps on the field, which is right here, right? And we're going to look at this. So Taylor Decker is number 68. Dan Skipper's number 70. So we're going to play this here, and you're going to see what happens as you guys have seen this clip before. We're going to just give you all the details on this because we want transparency on this matter because I feel like that's not being kicked out via social media right now.
Here it is again to go back to this play to give you every look we can.
All right. So 70's coming in, 68's walking up to the ref here. We got a more zoomed in version. We'll do that after this one.
Skipper comes in.
Right. And right here, there is an exchange between 68 and I believe you said there was a head nod from the ref here.
Yeah, you see
acknowledging 68 talking to the ref. Okay? So I just want to show you where everybody is. Now, keep in mind the huddle that's going on right here. I don't know if it's going to be on this clip, but the ref is going to walk over here to tell the Dallas Cowboys of the eligible receiver, right? Okay. Don't get that confused. Oh, well, that's when he was they're on the mic in the Spanish version. That's when it was on the mic. That's not, because you're going to notice that the huddle is not the same as the Spanish version huddle. The Spanish version huddle is everyone's tight and Jared's speaking, and then he goes to clap. And this is happening well before.
Brad Allen and reports.
So watch, he's going to, Brad
the
Allen.
Left tackle, Taylor
so
Decker.
He's going to walk over. Here he goes. And you're going to see his hand movement as he starts talking.
Did not.
Watch, here we
and
go.
As you said, John Perry was.
There he goes. He's talking. You see that? Okay, right now, we are not tight, packed in here. The huddle hasn't started here yet. It's going to go to Monday Night Football, so you don't get to see it. So what I'm going to do is go over to another video here that's going to give it, which is here. Scott Van Pelt has it here. And we'll play a little bit of clip here just so you can get some extra knowledge on, what was done. Is there 2 people eligible? I'll play that just for a second.
I've kidded with John Perry that he's really good at what he does, and he helps when he joins us. But if he joins us, it means that something's gone haywire, and that certainly happened here Saturday in Dallas. We just heard Dan Campbell explain 2 guys can't report. Forgive me, I don't know the rule book backwards and forwards. 2 guys are not cannot report as eligible in the same play, correct?
No. 2 eligible or ineligibles can report to play the opposite position that they need to.
So just everyone knows, 2 can report. So that was kind of like a thing. Oh, well, it couldn't be 2. I've seen it in comments and stuff. I'm like, that's already we're past that. So we're on to more details here. So what I'm going to do is go into, you're going to get a little bit of a zoomed in version.
Yeah, here's where you get the nod from the ref.
With number 68. I don't think he does. I think he sees 70 come off the line,
Boom.
Boom.
There's the nod. You can clearly see him. Boom, yes.
Okay, so 70's coming on the field, right? He sees him coming on the field, but 68's about to speak. There is no communication. There is nothing being said by number 70, and you're going to see him in a second here. Really pissed off.
Come off the line, off the side.
See.
Acknowledges. Right there, 68. 70 comes over, right? But nothing. Watch. There's no exchange.
Him all the way
Ref
in.
runs off. Boom.
I'm guessing.
Nothing. He see him adjusting. We were looking to see what he was doing.
Guessing that Brad Allen, based on his
here he goes,
mannerisms,
speaking to the Cowboys.
His eyes
were a clear version. Right now, he's speaking to the Cowboys. What we're going to do is, we could stop it right there. You can see where his left. He's got his left foot back. This gentleman's arms up. The right foot is behind the ref here. So if we go back to the game, right, of when and where's it at? Right back here, we can. I think it is on this footage, right? Let me go back.
Yeah, that's the Spanish version.
This is the Spanish version. Yeah. So.
Anotación.
Top right, it says ESPN.
Yeah, Deportes. Yep.
Esta jugada es el partido. CeeDee Lamb se querrá arreglar.
Number 70. Okay, I want you to pay attention to where he's leaning over. Is that 68? That's 68 right there. And by the way, if the ref is saying it right here, 68 staring, they're all right here. If it's being said, number 70, it's like Skipper's right here, Dan Skipper. So just notice this while it's being said. And we're going to go over here back to what we're looking at here. And you see him speaking. That is not the huddle.
No.
It's not the huddle. The huddle that when they're speaking is like that, where the audio has been placed. And this is not. This is when speaking's happening. I'm showing it to you.
Where his hat is looking. He never recognized him.
So just know that that's not the same. That is not the same.
Okay,
and,
so John's Taylor Decker had a look with a
I think there was more in this.
They can't.
What you need to do, make sure that you know who's participating. They're going for 2. Will it be a run? Will it be a pass? It's the football IQ. Slow everything down.
So we don't even have 68's not even over here yet. Remember, 68, just so I'm clear, 68 is now over here when that is being said. As you see over in this video, 68's not even here yet. So it's a completely different time when this is. So don't think that this is when it's being said. Is what we're trying to make sure. No, this is not being. Is not the same recording as the Spanish one.
Make sure you have.
This wouldn't be out loud, but he's speaking right now.
Correct.
Right, he's telling the Cowboys,
Right,
and you would think they would have been furious.
68's not there. Remember that.
After the touchdown, too, Cowboys. Now think about it. Touchdown happens. You would think Cowboys would be like, no, he didn't report, right? Because they just got the right here. All them Dallas guys are getting, hey, 70 is is eligible.
Right. You supposedly, this is a good point. So if this was true, and it's not there, I mean, please call us out and show us the proof that no, this is all legit. But right now, piecing this together, it's not adding up at all. So even posting, whoever posted this on Twitter and is sharing this, we're past that, and we're showing you like, look, this isn't true. Yeah, this audio clip seems to be a layover.
They didn't do much research. They just caught that audio, threw it out, and did no research.
And people will eat it and believe it.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh yeah, look, it's accurate. No, you didn't deep dive. You just saw the audio and boom, threw it out.
It's not accurate. Yeah, that's inaccurate. There's more to it, and we really want this to be more clear because it's all about. There needs to be more. There needs to be fair. This needs to be fair. I think the Detroit Lions are being bamboozled on this very much so as we're piecing this together. And you made a good point. It's like let's go to the end of when let's play this real quick here.
The defense knows.
I just want to make sure everyone knows. So 68's not even here yet. All the speaking
is eligible.
I just want to make sure they're all clear. So this isn't on the mic. I want to make sure. Hey, that's not when it's being said on the mic in the so-called Spanish version. It would be after this because we need to get 68 next to Jared Goff.
I think
and
in this case,
it's not even there yet, and they don't allow me to see it on that one. But we got enough of it just from all the other views, and this is to show us.
Is an eligible receiver.
Right, you got to be tight, and it's like where they say it. It's like, okay, well, this is right before they went to break and line up, so
they're looking over. None of the Lions guys, they're okay with him saying 70 is eligible.
I know.
They didn't want to go and correct the ref, I guess.
Remember, this would be through the whole stadium,
right? It
wouldn't just be on this.
The OC would hear. Dan Campbell
everybody would hear.
Like they were like, no, that's not the play we called.
Yeah, and they would know like 68. So the refs hear it. Everyone. Remember, there's line judges.
Yeah.
So let's go to the actual catch here. So here we go. We're gonna actually see the actual catch actually happen here. Sorry, this is after supposedly on the recording that 70 is eligible receiver on this play. So everyone supposedly knows that in the stadium if that was true. On that recording. So let's hit play here.
Play action. End zone. There it is. Unbelievable. The two.
No flag yet.
68 caught it. Remember, pay attention to what's going on here. No flag yet, by the way, right?
Point try is good, and it's.
Lots of people recording. There's definitely, look at all the cameras. There's audio all around here. You're telling me that we don't have this?
Taylor Decker.
No flag yet, because everyone would notice a flag on the field.
The old guard that was
no flag yet. No one's complaining.
In disbelief.
They said 70 was the eligible receiver, though, Ryan.
Yeah, no.
Out loud.
No Cowboys are mad because
no one's mad.
I would be like, wait, he said 70.
That's 68.
Yeah,
said it twice.
Maybe they were just in their emotions, so they couldn't. They.
Here, let me just keep this fresh in the mind. Here it is. Here's what was said out loud.
CeeDee Lamb se querrá arreglar las calcetas, más bien no quiere ver qué va a pasar.
Okay, and let's just go back over to what's happening right now.
Saluted after the win last week, and the Lions are up by 1.
By the way, like you said, no flag still. No flag yet.
None.
This is a delayed flag. Super delayed flag.
What a moment for this franchise.
It's thrown in the middle of the field, too, by the way. The ref has to walk over there.
And what a moment for the 8th.
The fans still have yet to see the flag yet.
There's no flag yet. The fans ain't seen it yet because there is no flag yet.
Right, because you'd be looking
You're
around.
You're about to see it when it comes in. So we got seconds going by before that guy. Let's do let's create a scenario.
Decker.
Nothing yet.
This crowd is absolute.
Now you can tell. Now you see
Look at the faces. Wait, what?
Stunned looks.
Really stunned. Now a flag comes in.
You can hear Troy just said it. Now a flag comes in. We're obviously seeing it here. Was there another one being thrown here? So one got thrown and now another got thrown. Wait, what? Did you see that one?
A phantom flag. Nice.
For the 8th-year pro, Taylor Decker. This crowd is absolutely stunned. Now a flag comes in at the end.
Oh, somebody just
and they've thrown another.
So it's just
the question is,
I'm assuming he threw it. The reason why we think which is the one that's supposedly he's the one that would been reported to, which we'll look at 68 and see what he says. We'll look at 70 and see how his reaction is. But Jared Goff said he is confused right now, so he's wondering what the hell's going on here. Right, confused. They're probably wondering what the hell's going on. He knows what's going on.
He got the
word. Hey, can't let this happen. For whatever reason, whether it's just for the Cowboy honor thing that they did with Jimmy Johnson and stuff, or that we want them to win for whatever whatever the narrative is. But there's definitely something fishy going on, and we're giving you some good evidence that hey, it's not on the English version, but it's on the Spanish version. So
when you won here, where we're going to see he needed to report if he's going to play that position. And Brad only announced number 70, one number. So I would guess that he did not report.
I didn't say a fucking word, which we saw in the videotape. The guy was he didn't talk to him, right? So we'll play that again.
He needed to report if he's going to play that position. And Brad only announced number 70, one number. So I would guess that he did not report, and he should.
That's what we think. That's what it looks like. Something along those lines, right? And there goes Taylor Decker, who actually was the one that caught it. We'll tune into those in a second. And let me slide back a little bit because I think it was right there. The ref, look at this exchange here. Watch his body language.
So
watch the way he puts his head down, puts his head down.
He almost has like a little smirk.
Yeah.
Ineligible down.
Man's pissed.
Field. It's illegal touching by alignment. It's an illegal. Yeah, and Joe, pick which one you want. Number one, he's not covered by an eligible. So it's an
Look away.
Down.
Look away. Look away.
Anzalone in the background, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, look at that. He's like, what the fuck? And he's just like, got that smirk a little bit. Sorry. Look at that face right there.
Okay.
It's just like, what do you that to me, it just sounded like, yeah, you're hiding. You're probably ashamed of what you just did. Look at that. Just looking at his face, man. Anzalone's like, what the hell, man? Yeah.
I mean, how they couldn't do a replay of it where you not 70 never came to him. So where would he go? Like, what's he gonna say? 68 told me 70 was. That's what he's gonna say. Well, no, 68 came up to me and said 70 was the eligible receiver, not him. And I acknowledged that. That's why I gave him that little head bob. And then I went over to the Cowboys, told them that, and I announced it to the stadium. That 70 was the eligible receiver.
I mean, there you go. There was never a communication.
No exchange in anything.
Nothing. And obviously, you see him. Just showed you the video of him being, very frustrated with the whole thing. You can see it down here too. There's just you can see him. He sees him coming on the field, but there's no exchange. He takes the whistle out of his mouth to talk to 68. That's what he just did. He took the whistle out of his mouth right there, talked to 68.
And if you
68
see
told him.
68, I know it's kind of hard to really, but he pats himself when he's talking to the ref. He's patting almost like what the ref does, like eligible receiver.
We'll replay it right there for you.
Yeah, like you see the right arm, he's kind of tapping himself.
Like me.
Yeah.
It's me, yeah. And there is no exchange. There is no acknowledgement. When 70 finally gets closer and it swings around here, there's nothing that's being said. He's not turning his head. There's nothing there. So, when you piece it together, and then you can, obviously we saw, 70's body language and what he was reading his lips there. You can see he was pissed. It's kind of bullshit. And you can go over here to what Jared says. So these guys are like scared to say, I don't want to get fined. They're scared to say stuff. So we'll play these two clips here, Jared, and we'll play Taylor Decker here.
Pretty confused. What I do know, and I don't know if I'll get fined for this, but I do know that Decker reported. I do know that Dan Skipper did not. And I do know that they said that Dan Skipper did. So it's.
There you go. That's what he knows.
Yeah, he said they said Dan Skipper did that.
Yeah, but he knows that That's why he's like, I don't know if I'll get in trouble, but I know Decker reported. I know Dan Skipper didn't, but the ref said that he did. Yeah. And we're looking at the videotape, and it's like, we don't see a communication. And then on top of that, you come out with this Spanish version with this audio, and we're like, oh, why isn't it on the English version? Oh, sounds like it was through the whole stadium because we can hear the background and the fan noise and stuff like that, and we can hear that so loud and clear, and we're like, this is funny. So someone might be like, well, how did that get in there? It's like, well, it's easy to – I mean, that came out 5 hours later, the whole Spanish one, that tweet that we just saw. So it's like, well, the ref can just say that and re-record in his – like mic and his everything and just kick it out. You can just re-record that. You can just say that and we can just throw it in and done. It's just a voiceover.
And there was
it's easy.
I mean, we tried to go through all the film and it was kind of hard because we haven't got all the 22 angles that we can get later on.
We'll add to this.
Right.
A little bit, yeah.
So there might have been a time where 70 was an eligible receiver, like, let's say in the second quarter. So they got it all. Well, let's pull that audio from them saying it there, and that's why the audio somehow the announcer's talking and then they bump that audio.
It bumps up.
Yeah, so it's like
that first quarter run. They could have said that 70 was an eligible receiver at that time. Use that audio clip for this one, or have the ref just re-record it. The game's over. He can be out there in the field with this loud stands and do it.
Yeah, so I mean,
he doesn't have to turn it on. He can just still record it.
It's definitely easy to do that. Definitely fishy that it's only on the Spanish version.
Taylor, there's number 68 that said he's like, I reported. So
he's a little scared.
Taylor, just to explain to us what they told you after that play.
They didn't tell me anything after the play. I mean, all I really want to say on it, just so I don't get myself into trouble, is, I mean, I did exactly what Coach told me to do, and went to the ref, said report, and
he went to the ref, said report, and he obviously, once again, you can see, like you said, doesn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. He's scared, man. But I don't know what it is. Like, I'll call a holding call on you for the next freak.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's bullshit. And I mean, even like on Scott Van Pelt, like he was pissed. I don't know if anybody else was watching. He was pissed. He wanted the truth. He's like, no, something's not. This ain't adding up. But he's like digging because he knows that something ain't adding up. And you can even go over here to Joe Buck and like listen to what Joe says here. I mean, Troy says here because Joe just said it moments ago, and they're kind of like, this ain't adding up either. If you were watching live, so I'm gonna play this little clip.
There's no, like Joe said, there's no reason for Decker to go over to talk to the official unless he's telling him he's reporting.
We'll wrap it up here and hear from the winning quarterback here now.
So he ends up getting this, stayed live for a good amount of time. Well, yeah, I'd say post-game live, maybe a little delay, but they got the pooling and stuff, and it still wasn't adding up. So once again, it all now seems to be coming down to this video surfacing, which is the Spanish version, and we're here to show you on this podcast that this Spanish version, which is right here, is the same exact video as this English version, except the English version doesn't have this voiceover that we hear of 70, and we'll play it one more time before we leave here. Before I play it and end on that note, do you have anything else you want to say that you want to mention about this? That's my like quick.
No, I mean it all speaks for itself. I mean, I think the players would have said something when that audio comes in. I'm always just that, like me. I'm like, no, if I was 68 and I heard through the whole stadium 70 and
what?
like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah, or if Dan heard it.
Right, that's what I'm
or
saying.
Or the offensive coordinator heard it.
That's why.
Or Jared Goff heard it.
I'm always going to go
or
back
70
to that.
heard it. All of them. No one's, what?
That's what it just blows my mind on that. And I want to know why, like, if it is, what's the purpose? Keep Dallas at home record undefeated for the playoffs? What it's for, but, or, really what it would be, and I would take it, is if the ref came out and goes, hey, my bad.
Yeah.
I messed up. That's on me.
Have we seen that yet?
No, not that I heard of.
Would it change anything?
Well, now.
Would you believe him?
There's no conspiracy now. You're like, oh, he admitted he was wrong.
Oh, no, I'm saying like to the 70. I'm sorry. I thought it was 68 came to me, but I thought it was 70 as my fault.
Right.
Well, would you believe that? I wouldn't, because that's still falling.
Right. The damage is done. The loss, is there. It's just.
He should to sell it more. Like, look, I didn't know. I thought it was.
That's
70.
what I figured. That if I was the NFL, that's what I would do. Because they already demoted the guy. He was supposed to play the playoffs. Boom, they demoted him. So look, we're punishing him.
We're punishing him. Yeah. No, this was you made him do that,
Yeah.
and then you'd be like, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was going to turn out this way. You did what you had to do. We thank you, but we got to punish you just to keep the narrative going, right? That's all it is.
Something's up, but
St. Brown was right there. Didn't like he would have said something. Like, come on, you're now saying like all these people supposedly heard this over through the whole stadium, and once again, it's no one like even during the game. You're Troy, Buck. I mean, all these guys, everyone in the whole stadium supposedly heard this. So let's just end on that.
That's what I'm confused about too. Yeah, because they all.
Why didn't they just No. Hey, we know what happened here. We just all heard it.
Right. We all look.
Yeah,
he said 70. He messed up. 68 reported, but he says 70, so he went with it. But
I'm gonna leave off that. I'm calling this a voiceover bullshit.
Right now they can't put it in here either.
They can't put it in the English one now.
No.
Too much of that content out. We'll do it to the Spanish version and we'll use that. Why? Oh, well, because, we know mostly everybody that's watching in America is watching the English version, and they know who's watching in the Spanish version. And they'll just take that odds and say, well, they would have to, we'll just use that. But, like, no one in the Spanish version, if this was even happening live, would obviously... It's a good play. It's
right.
like the English people the Americans weren't watching the Spanish version, majority of them. So it's an easy way to try to bullshit us. But now I'm all right. Well, let's look at both of them.
Well, the NFL will also let's just make a funny commercial making fun of ourselves talking about the scripts.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's what you do. You keep making jokes about it. And you can hire people to do it to just confuse everybody. And when you confuse everybody and you make it a big. You then just create a battle with no one. It's no different than anything. It's so easy to, they caught us. Okay, we'll just do this and start making jokes about it. Or we'll try to create things like this to prove ourselves. And if not, it just get it all messed up and mess it all up.
Right.
And good luck trying to piece it together. But we have since we're still early on this, we got a strong point. So this would be something to say, where is it on the English version?
Absolutely.
So I'll play it one last time before we go so you guys understand our point, and we went through this, deep dove. Look out for another video. We're waiting for the coach's video because we want to see if we can catch it on there. When did the ref pull the flag? We saw there was a huge delay. Was it the white hat? Was it Brad Allen? I think his name was. Was it him that threw it? Because he would be the one to get the call. Did he get anything did you? I want to read body language. If we can get it, we'll see if we can get it.
Yeah, just why wasn't that flag thrown right away?
The whole stadium was told.
Right. I don't understand
All
what
the refs,
took them so long.
Yeah, why y'all confused?
Yeah.
You supposedly said this over the whole intercom system in the stadium that 70 is eligible one and 68 caught it, and there's a bunch of refs sitting around looking at it happening. What took you so long if that was really said, and why is everyone confused if that was really said? And if that was really said during the game that loud and everyone knew, but why isn't once again, did you say it to the Dallas Cowboys? Why isn't the coaches over there be like, that's not who caught the ball, right? Why isn't, or what players? Hey, that's not who caught the ball.
Yeah, I would have been all over. I'll tell you, especially as D coordinator, I heard that, and whoa, no, 70 was the one.
Right, but once again, and you go to the Lions side, you're like, well, that's not who we wanted to anyway. So why aren't we pissed off about it? Or why aren't we like, why is anybody talking about this in the commentators? Like, why aren't they talking about it? This was said twice over the whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and throw it on now, and we'll just end it at that. If you have anything, let me know, but I'm going to play this right now, and we'll end it at that. So here goes I'm going to back it up here, and it's going to take a little second, but we're going to go through the Spanish version right now, and then we'll go to the English version, and you won't hear it there, but you'll hear it here. Ask for help.
La Porta, el tight end que ha sido clave.
Yeah, I respect that.
It's nice.
O St. Brown, que fue el de la anotación.
Esa jugada es el partido. CeeDee Lamb se querrá arreglar las calcetas, más bien no quiere ver qué va a pasar. Intento de 2 puntos.
It sounds so weird. It sounds such like it was added in. But here, we'll play the...
Once, when they've been successful, Penei Sewell was phenomenal on that drive, handling Parsons. And with 23 seconds left in the game, this to go ahead. Everybody that had to make the play on this last possession did just that, starting with being able to handle Micah Parsons.
There's something.
Right.
That's easy to
hear.
hear.
All right. It's obviously it's very clear. I don't think there's anything else we need to share. That's it, man. Anything from you?
No, man. We hit it. We hit it good today.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on another one.
Yes, sir.
Take care.
Burn on, big river, burn on.